This is my Oppo Find N6, and a little over a month ago, I did something that I've been meaning to do for a very long time. I installed a matte screen protector onto the cover display, and I'm gonna give you 3 reasons why you should do the same on your phone. Now, before we get to those reasons, I'm actually gonna do something a little different and start with possibly the biggest reason why you might actually not wanna do it, which is that they are way harder to install than your standard glass screen protectors. Now, admittedly, if you've got a much more mainstream device like an iPhone or a Samsung, then this probably won't apply to you. But boy, oh boy, did I have a hard time not only finding a matte screen protector for my Find N6, but the installation process was a borderline nightmare. Firstly, at the time of making this video, I kid you not, if you go to Amazon, there is not one single matte screen protector available for this phone. You can find tempered screen protectors, frosted cases. I mean, there's even a bunch of matte screen protectors for other Oppo devices that show up in the search results, but as far as I could find, there was nothing for the Oppo Find N6. Now, there are some supposed matte screen protectors available from third-party websites. At least I think they're matte, but it's kind of hard to be sure. But then on top of that, even they have compromises too, in that they either have those nasty notch cutouts for the selfie camera, which I really don't like the look of, or they're those privacy display ones, which is also not something that I was looking for. So it felt risky spending $30 on a screen protector that I wasn't sure was what I actually wanted. But after a bucket load of research, I eventually stumbled upon this very inexpensive matte hydrogel option from AliExpress. So I went ahead and bought 2 just in case I had any issues with the installation process. But let me tell you this, if I thought that finding a matte screen protector for my Find N6 was hard, well, the installation process was borderline impossible by comparison. Real quick, I do want to take a very brief moment to thank today's video sponsor, Zapier, which I've recently started using to help level up my organization. So for context, one thing that I've been battling with for a while now is keeping track of all of the apps that people send me. Like, yes, I do have a Gmail label reserved for app suggestions, but once an email gets categorized into it, it becomes an absolute minefield trying to sift through everything. But Zapier's MCP has been a game changer for this because it lets you connect your AI with the apps and services that you already use. So in my case, I connected Zapier's MCP to Gemini along with my Gmail and Google Sheets. And now from right inside Gemini, I can just ask it to go through my app suggestion emails, pull out the app name and link, the developer name, any potential promo codes, generate a short description, figure out whether it's open source, and organize all of that into a spreadsheet that I can quickly reference anytime that I'm putting together a new app video. And folks, that's just one example. Once you've connected your AI to the tools that you already use through Zapier's MCP, there are all sorts of repetitive tasks that you can get done just by asking. Check it out using the first link below. All right, as you can see, the screen protectors that I bought did not come with any sort of installation device. They just came with all the classic accessories that we used to struggle with back in the old school days. And I got pretty close with this first attempt, but there were still way too many bubbles that I just could not, for the life of me, get rid of. So I removed that first screen protector thinking I'd have better luck the second time around, but that was even worse. So I just ended up giving up completely. So I went back to AliExpress and ordered 4 more thinking surely practice would make perfect. But after having such a bad time the first time around, I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna take this to someone who actually knows what they're doing.
Alrighty, change of plan. I'm in the car, I'm heading to a shopping center. I've got the screen protectors in tow. I've got my Find N6 and I'm gonna see if I can pay someone to install it for me because I just cannot seem to install it cleanly without a whole heap of bubbles. So I'll keep you updated as we go, and fingers crossed I can finally get a matte screen protector on my Oppo Find N6.
So with my phone and the 4 screen protectors in tow, I walked into the shopping center and quickly found a phone repair shop called Mobile Experts. And I told the guy there that I was willing to pay him to install one of my pre-supplied screen protectors, but he was super nice and offered to install one of them completely for free. He even let me film part of the process, and I've got to say, it was fascinating seeing an expert at work, and the speed at which he completed the install was really impressive. But as I was walking away, I noticed that a bubble had appeared at the top, and the entire screen protector was actually slightly misaligned. Now, because the guy had done it for free, part of me was tempted to just leave it as is and use it for a week, then get rid of it, but I just knew that I would have hated using my phone like that, so I put my big boy pants on, went back and asked him if he could reinstall a new one, and he was more than happy to, but he asked for me to leave and come back so that he could take his time with it. And lo and behold, when I returned, it was perfectly installed. And boy, was I happy that I got it fixed, because it has been one of the best upgrades that I've made to my phone in recent memory. The first and biggest reason why this has been so great and why I recommend this is something that everyone should consider is just how nice it feels. Like, it's really hard to describe, but I mean, the best comparison that I can come up with is that it's kind of like the difference between writing with a pencil on a crisp A4 piece of paper versus writing with a pen on some sort of high gloss photo paper. I don't know, there's just a tactility to it that you really got to experience to appreciate. In fact, it is so damn good that within 5 minutes of using the phone with the screen protector installed, I just couldn't really figure out why this isn't something that we've seen come to mainstream displays on smartphones yet. And my main guess is that people immediately assume that having a matte finish like this would result in a decrease to screen quality overall, and I was anticipating that this is something that I would notice, but folks, I've got to tell you, to my eyes, I've not noticed any discernible impact to the performance of this cover display on my Oppo Find N6. Now sure, if I was holding this phone side by side next to another Find N6, then no doubt I'd see the impact that the screen protector was having, and maybe that is important from a marketing perspective, but I've got to tell you, isolated and on its own, I've not had any issues with screen quality or display brightness with this matte screen protector installed. And even acknowledging that there might be the faintest of dips in regards to sharpness and brightness, which, as I said, I don't personally notice, but again, I'm sure that there is. But even with that being the case, there are two other really fantastic benefits that easily outweigh any supposed negative in my opinion. Firstly, anti-reflection. Like, you know how everyone raved about the anti-reflective screens on the Galaxy S24 and S25 Ultra in particular? Well, yeah, this screen protector is like that, but times 100. Like, check this out. This is my Find N6 next to the Galaxy S25 Ultra, and it is just night and day the difference when it comes to reflections, right? Like, you literally cannot see reflections, or at least any perceptible reflections, on my Find N6, whereas it almost looks like I'm holding a mirror with the Galaxy S25 Ultra in comparison, and yet this is considered the best display when it comes to anti-reflectiveness. It's not even close, in my opinion. Then the second game-changing advantage is that it is just so much harder to get a build-up of fingerprints and smudges with a matte screen protector installed. Like, yes, if you've got oil or food on your fingers, then fingerprints will still appear, but like before I installed this thing, I would wipe my display down literally multiple times a day to keep it clean, but now I might wipe it down like once or twice a week, if that, and usually it's only because I'm filming a video with the phone or something, because otherwise I just barely notice any sort of significant buildup of fingerprints. There is just one side note that I wanted to mention, which might only apply to like a handful of people watching this video, which is that if you just so happen to film your phone for a living like I do, then having a matte screen protector will make filming with a variable ND filter pretty much a complete non-starter. There's some sort of science to it, which you can Google if you so desire, but basically, if you try to film your phone with a variable ND filter like I am right now, then the colors of your phone's display will get all out of whack, as you can see, but you can very easily get around this by removing the ND filter and stopping down, or by using a fixed ND filter instead. I know, super niche, but just wanted to let you know in case this applies to you. So should you buy a matte screen protector for your own phone? Well, let's see now. It feels like exceptionally great to use. It offers fantastic anti-reflective properties, and it also significantly lowers the amount of fingerprint buildup, and that's not to mention that it also offers a nice layer of protection to go with. Plus, it does all that without having a noticeable impact on screen quality or brightness. So yeah, not surprising at all, but I wholeheartedly think that everyone should go out immediately and buy one for themselves.